How did you end up in Mexico deported and separated from your family?
There's a direct relationship with PTSD or the military service. Basically, after I got out of the military service, I had problems with alcohol and some drug addiction, and I was involved in an incident where somebody fired a weapon out of a vehicle. Nobody was hurt, but I did end up spending 3 years in prison, 3 years with half, for a which is called PC Code 246 in the state of California, discharge of a firearm into a vehicle, and that's what I was eventually deported for.
And that's an aggravated felony.
Yes.
That is correct. Yes.
Right. So you got deported, and what year did you get deported? Because there's no relief from that deportation unless you have a fear of returning to Mexico.
I got deported in 2004, and I didn't want to stay in Mexico, and I came back about 6 months later. And I got in 2009, and then I was deported again, and that's when I decided to stay here.
14 years, man. Coming home, Mom.
So what have you been up to? You came back to America now, and what have you been up to since the last we spoke?
Today I started my first job in 20 years.
Today was your first day?
My first day.
Wow.
We'll be picking up recyclables wherever people let us put them in. And basically the recyclables will be used to pay somebody like myself or another veteran that needs a job.
And I understand you got married.
I got married, yeah. We got married at the border. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. I met her at Friendship Park, that wall that goes into the ocean. So she kind of tapped me and she says, hey, I can take a picture with you? And that was it.
So what was your life like? You got deported.
That is correct. I ran into this person, Hector Barajas, who opened up a veteran deported house and started helping out deported veterans. The ACLU was there trying to doing interviews for veterans. I went, I interviewed with them, and the help came from there. Deported veterans, they should be taken into consideration. They picked up an arm, fought for the country. They should be given a chance.
When we last talked, you just came back to the United States of America. Are you happier now?
I'm in a better place. I'm closer to my kids. I'm here, and all I'm showing them is positive things. I'm trying to feel like a father, but I'm getting to know my sons, and they're getting to know me. That's what's going on. It's a process.
When I was in prison, and it came out that I was facing deportation, to tell me that I didn't qualify for the citizenship. When I found out that they were deporting me that morning, that I was going straight to Mexico. And I told them the difference between you and me was because you joined to get your citizenship. I joined for the love of the country, the love of my community.
Right.
And he's like, well, we need to fix this. He's like, come on. We start walking and we start making small talk. He opens a door. He closes the door behind me. And when I look back,
you're in Mexico.
Door in the middle. Yes.
Miguel has recently returned and is now a United States citizen. Miguel, how's it feel, my man? You're a citizen and back.
It feels great. I got back. It was just straight to work as far as advocating for the rest of the deported veterans. And I have a great leadership with Pastor Emma with the church. And now that I'm home, I can just walk outside, hop on the bus, hop on the train, take a ride downtown, walk the streets. I'm home.
Alejandra Juarez was deported to Mexico on August 3rd, 2018, after living in America for more than 20 years. She's married to a U.S. Marine, has 2 American-born children, and no criminal record.
I think when my dad passed away 36 years ago, I thought that was the worst moment of my life. But that day, as I was arriving to Mexico, I prayed to God to let me die. I kept praying for my airplane to fall off, for something to happen, so that I wouldn't stay in Mexico, because to me it was unthinkable. I know God is still in control. I'm a very religious person, but I'm still hoping that I can go back, because my family needs me. My family needs to be together, because my kids are becoming broke. I was a broken child, and that's what I made so many bad choices. And I don't want my kids to be broken.
Alejandra Juarez, we featured her on our show. She is returning to the United States after her deportation.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Now, after 3 years of being separated from her family, Alejandra Juarez, she's coming home. On Monday, the United States Department of Homeland Security granted her a temporary reprieve known as humanitarian parole. And she's been living in the Yucatan Peninsula, but she's now back home with her family in Central Florida. So that's a nice story.
Nice.
It's a very nice story. On Sunday, she even posted on Facebook, "Thank you, Lord, for letting me wake up this Mother's Day in my home with my family. This was a miracle."
Wow.
If you are struggling with something that you know only a miracle can help, I'm here to tell you that someone is waiting to hear from you.
The initial reason that I joined the Army was because I wanted to be an Army dentist. I wanted a career as an Army dentist and to give my daughter Jasmine a better future. But now, after actually being deported, I realize what a great country I served. And that now I feel more patriotic. Even I remember Hector Baraja saying this, and something I saw, him on. But I really understand where he comes from when he says you feel even more patriotic when you're in another country that you didn't grow up in. And then I put my life on the line for my country, and I feel that's the most patriotic demonstration of love and pride. I started to feel a lot of pride after basic training in AIT while I was in the military. I had leadership positions at times, and I felt, great. I never left anyone behind either. I was the one always carrying the soldier left last behind. I didn't want to leave anybody behind. I was selfless. And, all the moral principles and values that my dad and mom taught me as a kid just were reinstilled even more in the military. I have faith and hope that I may go back, and that's my country, and I always love it no matter what, if I do or don't go back.